you doing? This is Black Shy Guy. Brand new season has arrived. Season 7. It is here for all those who will be attending. Make sure you go grab your drink, get your onesies on, get comfortable under that blanket, and I thank you for sitting at my table. There's been a lot of things going on, but we're gonna stick to 2 specific or 3 specific situations that are being spoken about across the world. But before we get to those subjects, I hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving. I hope that turkey was delicious. I hope those who ate pork, because you know there's a lot of customs that they rather eat pork, and sometimes there's people that cook turkey and pork. So hey, for those families who had the best of both worlds, congratulations, and I hope God blessed you and your family. I hope the festival was fantastic, and I hope you had the day off afterwards, because you know, after a big festival like Thanksgiving, who wants to go to work the next day? Who wants to go to work? Like, nobody wants to go to work. Listen, the nation should shut down after Thanksgiving. You heard me? After Thanksgiving, the nation should shut down and throw a damn freaking parade afterwards. You know what I mean? I know there's a parade during, but a parade afterwards or something of the sort. You know what I mean? To send people to work after Thanksgiving with a full belly like that, it's freaking unimaginable and a punishment for those who actually enjoy their festivities. I mean, work should be canceled. Period. I mean, especially the fact that Thanksgiving always usually lands on a Thursday. So why make people go to work the next day? Why? It's Friday. Like, what are you missing? A lot of the state jobs are closed until Monday. So why do the other people have to go to work? When I went out on Thanksgiving, because I went to work, my job, we can't close down. We're there. We got to get the people who broke down or whatever the case may be. We are there. We have to be there because there's no one else. So we have to be at work, and I don't mind working because the double pay is great. You know, double pay is great. I can't ignore that money. But the other people, the stores that I went to, why are they open? Like, I went into a Dollar General, right, to get a couple of things, because I love Dollar General. Don't hate me, because Dollar General will be having the nice little items. I love the nice little items Dollar General has. I do. I really love that store. But anyway, I was wondering, why the hell are you guys open? Because I was surprised when I seen them open. I was surprised. I'm like, why are these people actually going to work? Why? That's crazy. But anyway, I picked up my items or whatever, and I spoke to the clerk. I said, I can't believe you guys are at work today. You know what I mean? I can't believe it. And she was like, yeah, freaking sucks, etc. But at least we close early. I'm like, what's the point of freaking opening, though? You know what I mean? What's the point of freaking opening? Everybody who's celebrating Thanksgiving should have gotten their stuff the day before. You don't get it the day of. I know there's a lot of last minute shopping. People forget. It's normal. But damn, you're making those people have to go to work, because you know what I'm saying? To me, if you forgot, you forgot. Snooze, you lose. Snooze, you lose. Because to make those people actually go to work, it is crazy. It is crazy. But thankful we got people who actually go to work, because without those people, we won't be able to get our stuff. You know what I mean? And the day after I was off, you know, I did my little Black Friday shopping. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what you guys got for Black Friday. I wonder what you guys got. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you guys what I got. I got a nice, fantastic leaf rake. You know what I mean? It's a metal leaf rake. Fantastic. I was going to buy a leaf blower. I'm not going to lie, but I'm like, why am I going to buy a leaf blower? I like being outside, listening to my music, doing my chores. So let me get a leaf rake. I'll get a leaf blower, but not right now. Not right now. And if I do get a leaf blower, I'm looking at the cord ones, because I do not feel like worrying about battery power if I'm there for longer periods of time. But who knows? I might get a battery power, because walking cordless is cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I got me a rake set, and I got me this nice, because usually when I'm on my desk, My coffee starts getting cold when I have my coffee or whatever. But now I got this nice, really, really nice coffee warmer. And oh my God, it is fantastic. It keeps my coffee warm, nice, so I can put it down. I don't have to worry about rushing to drink my damn coffee. It's just magnificent. I gotta admit it. It's really, oh my God. It's really magnificent. I really like my coffee warmer. I really do. And what else I got? I got Mortal Kombat 1. It was on sale. With the discounts I got from GameStop, I basically dropped the price of Mortal Kombat 1 to $35, which is fantastic. The game has solid numbers and has great ratings, so I actually had to get it. I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. Been playing Mortal Kombat 11 religiously, Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat 9. I skipped 8 and 7. I did. But I love Mortal Kombat, and I'm loving Mortal Kombat 1. I can't believe how great it is. So I'm enjoying that right now. I'm still playing The Last Faith, and I know a lot of you guys, I don't know if any of you guys are watching my game streams, but I know my audio is off. I'm still trying to figure out my audio when it comes to my streaming video games, because something is wrong with, I don't know if something is wrong with my mix amp or something is wrong with the headset that I'm using. It's just weird. But I'm gonna try out a couple of things this time and see if I get the audio down pat to see if my gaming streamings could be astronomical. Right now it's not astronomical. The audio is kind of wacky. I gotta use my HyperX mic to talk, and my HyperX mic, and according to my mix amp, they kind of collide when it comes to audio. It doesn't sound fantastic, but I'm gonna get that fixed up. But I brought Mortal Kombat 1, I bought Mario RPG, and I think I'm going to go out. I think because thank God we still have Cyber Monday. Thank God we still have Cyber Monday. Because I'm going to get a couple of things for Cyber Monday. Just a couple of things. I brought these gloves, right? I'm all over the place. I brought these gloves, right? That when I'm snow blowing, using my snow blower, that my hands can actually stay warm. So now I got these rechargeable battery glove warmers. You know what I mean? They're gloves that they warm up. They got rechargeable batteries, and I tested them out. They're fantastic. So my hands are no longer going to be cold when I'm snow blowing, which I'm really happy about. I'm really happy about the fact that my hands are going to be warm from now on. Listen, don't hate me. It is what it is. It is what it is. I had to make sure my hands stay warm during those damn freaking weather situations. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Don't hate me. But my Black Friday was fantastic. Wait a minute. I also got Demon Slayer's Funko Pops. I got the whole gang, y'all. I got the whole gang. I got Nezuko. I got Zenitsu. I got Tajiro. And I got Inusaki. All of them on a great deal from GameStop for Black Friday. Oh, it was fantastic. Fantastic. Oh my God. If you're watching the video of my latest podcast, little snippets of clips here and there, which I'm going to clip, you can see them in the background until I put them on the shelf. But I wanted them next to me because that's my favorite anime right now. So I had to cop the whole gang, y'all. You know what I mean? So I'm really happy about copping them. I'm really happy about that. I love coffee mugs. I do. I love them. But let's get to the topic at hand. Once again, season 7 has arrived, and we're going to discuss the Andrew Tate, Piers Morgan, and only snippets of the interview. We're not going to go directly through a whole interview because there's a couple of things that I do not agree with what Andrew Tate has said. And as always, Andrew Tate is a very, very popular individual. He is not going anywhere. He is not going anywhere. He has established himself as an icon among young men. That is a fact. You can't deny it. To deny it is just delusional. Just delusional. But there's a couple of situations that him and Piers Morgan discussed that I do not agree with, and I'm kind of disappointed in the way he handled it, because, and not the fact that when it comes to the topic at hand, it's not because I don't agree with him. I just don't like the fact that what he said, in accordance to what Piers Morgan confronted him on, was kind of downright laughable. I mean, let's go right into it. This is my problem. You see, he doesn't want to answer the question. He doesn't want to answer the question, and this is the problem I have with what he's peddling, because I do believe he is peddling. He is peddling. Is Hamas a terrorist group? And I'm gonna say this. To anyone listening. What's going on in Gaza has been terrible. The way they lived has been terrible. The way Israel handled Gaza has been terrible. Absolutely no excuse. Obviously, people in Israel have their reasons to why they handled Gaza the way they did. But I'm not even going to get into that topic, because there's so many rebuttals that can be taking place to why they did it, right? But I'm not going to dive into that, because that's neither here nor there. The way Gaza has been treated has been terrible. So obviously young men growing up in that type of environment are gonna seek a resolution, whether it's revenge or whatever the case may be. But is Hamas a terrorist group? What Hamas did that day, was it a terrorist act? Absolutely. Absolutely. Did the people of Gaza have their reasons for doing what they did? Yes. They had their reasons, but it was inexcusable the acts they did on that day. And I'm going to say this. For the people who are going to say, well, no, the acts they did was because the way they've been treated. I know they did it for the way they've been treated. But let's not pretend that they also did it because their hatred toward the Jews. And let's not pretend, because if they would have went into that festival, right? Think about it like this, and use your brain, use your common sense, right? If the people of Hamas paraglided into that part of the state and just captured the women and kids and not killed them, but killed the men. Let's say they just killed the men and the soldiers who are a threat to them, who are a direct threat to them, but didn't kill, didn't burn, didn't rape the kids or ladies. Wouldn't that have been more noble? Wouldn't that have pushed their cause further? People would have seen it as, wow, look at these. If you want to call them heroes, because there's a lot of delusional people out there calling them heroes. If you want to call them heroes, that's the way a hero would have reacted to the way they've been treated. They wouldn't have raped the ladies. They wouldn't have killed the kids. They wouldn't have tortured anyone. All they would have done was killed the men, and they would have killed the soldiers who were a direct threat to their cause. That's all they would have done. They probably would have killed some of the ladies who were soldiers, absolutely. But let's say they paraglided, and the people that were at that festival, they didn't kill them. They just captured them and said, listen, you guys are not a threat. We're just capturing you. We have a cause. We want to be free, etc. We're just going to capture you, but we're killing all the men and we're killing all the soldiers. That would have been the best method to push their cause to freedom. You know why? Because that would have showed honor. That would have showed a moral reasoning to their cause. Because despite deaths being caused by Hamas, if they would have done that approach, it would have pushed their cause further to being resolved peacefully. Because not only did they not kill the kids, not only did they not desecrate the women of Israel, not only did they not execute or torture innocent civilians, All they would have done was killed the direct threats, which were the men or the soldiers who could potentially stop their success at that act that they performed that day. But the way they did it, the way they paraglided in, the way they raped the ladies in that festival, the way they desecrated everyone in that festival, even the innocent civilians that were just cooking that day, washing clothes that day, whatever the case may be, the way they killed kids, the way they burnt people alive that day was inhumane. And that's why they're not heroes. That's why they're not freedom fighters. Yes, if you've been treated wrong, you are going to counterattack. You are going to try to find a resolution, whatever. It's the way you do it. It's the way to do it that's important. The way you do it shows the type of character you are. And for Andrew Tate not to say that was an act of terrorism that day that Hamas did is inexcusable. Inexcusable. For him not to say, yes, that was a terrorist act, it disappointed me greatly. Let's continue.
Let me explain something to you, Pierce.
You're not prescribed as that.
If I were to sit here and say, is stealing wrong? And you'd say yes, and I go, but what if the person stealing is trying to feed their family, and if they don't, their family are going to die? Is it still wrong? You're trying to take a very nuanced and complicated argument and reduce it down to one sentence, which is failure.
You're trying to equate stealing with a mob of terrorists breaking over a border, going to peaceful...
Is that what Israel did?
Wait a minute.
A mob of terrorists breaking over a border and killing people. Is that what Israel did?
Going through a border on October the 7th.
Oh, October the 7th.
Massacring young people at a festival, massacring families in their homes in a kibbutz, setting fire to them, cutting their heads off, killing babies.
Oh, killing 40 babies, that was true.
Well, fine.
Were the babies vaccinated?
Tate, let's not be delusional. I thought he really disappointed me in this part of the interview. He really did. Because let's say it's not 40 babies, Andrew. Let's say it's not 40 babies that they killed. Let's say it's one. That's still inhumane. You're telling me they didn't at least kill one child? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And to debate that is delusional. Let's be serious, Andrew. Okay? Let's be serious. You're trying to compare the situation that you just discussed about stealing to the day of the 7th. And I know what your rebuttal is. The war didn't start on the 7th. We know that. But the act that Hamas did was inhumane. It was inhumane, Andrew. It was inhumane. You as a moral man should know that. You as a man with a moral code should know that. If I was a soldier, captured, tortured, or whatever the case may be, by someone who held me captive in the way Gaza's being held captive, the day I find a possible solution to the way I've been treated, and I attack those people who basically held me captive with a group of my soldiers, you think I'm gonna go in there and kill the kids and the ladies? Desecrate their wives, rape them, burn them? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go in there, kill the men, the soldiers, because I want to assert my dominance towards that region. I'm not going to embarrass, video record what I'm doing to try to push my agenda, to try to embarrass them. That's not that's not what a moral man does. This makes me question Andrew Tate's morality, because how can you not say that's not a terrorist act?
Why are you being flippant?
I'm not being flippant. The point I am
I
making...
don't find that funny.
No, but the point I am making is that the media lies, firstly.
No,
secondly...
I can ask you about different things at the same time, right?
Sure.
So I'm asking you, first of all, specifically, what is your reaction to what happened on October the 7th?
Sure. I'll answer the question professionally. I do not condone the loss of human life on either side. I think any...
He's saying he does not condone the loss of human lives on either side, but that's not what he's asking you, Andrew. I mean, I know what he's saying. He's trying to play both sides. Obviously, you're more pro Hamas. There's no other way to say it. You're more pro Hamas. You don't like the way Israel is conducting their rebuttal towards the 7th attack. It's understandable. It's understandable because the kid's dying. And in this interview, he keeps bringing up this girl that lost her legs and she was seen crying on the video. It's horrible. It's horrible. But why are you not crying about the kids that were killed that day on the 7th? You're telling me, the way Andrew is, the way he portrays himself, right? You're telling me if somebody goes into his house, kills his mother, kills his kids, kills the woman's kills his wife or a woman that he's dealing with at the time, you're telling me he's not going to seek vengeance? You're telling me he's not going to go back to that person's location if he knows that person's location and kill them? Now, let's take it back. Let's say he does that, goes to that person's house, kills them, but doesn't kill their kids, doesn't kill the wife, doesn't rape the wife, just kills the man who's responsible. That is humane. But let's say he goes into that person's house, kills the man that killed his family, but then goes to his wife, rapes his wife, then goes to his kids, kills the kids. That's inhumane. That's the difference. I can't understand a man like Andrew Tate not renouncing that. It boggles my mind and it makes me question a lot of things about him. And I do like Andrew Tate. I do. I don't care what anybody says. Did he do wrong things in the past? Absolutely. Absolutely. But the man he is now, he's a better man. And for people that think that, he was bad before, he will always be bad. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't murder anybody. But, I mean... Let's actually go to that part of the interview, okay? Let's go to that part of the interview. I already stated how I feel about the way he did not want to answer the question when it comes to renouncing the fact that Hamas is a terrorist organization. It's unfortunate and very disappointing. But let's go to the other part of the interview that I just was about to talk about, and this is the part I really want to talk about as well.
To get a sense of how you view women.
Absolutely.
Any woman I date does not have a job. Okay, so the woman you're with doesn't have a job?
No.
Okay. Do you date other women?
Sometimes.
And your partner's fine with that?
Obviously.
Yeah? And you're fine with that?
Why wouldn't I be?
Well, you think it's fine to be dating other women when you have a mother
I
and
think
a
we're
kid?
consenting adults and everybody can make their own personal decisions.
Okay, fair enough.
Absolutely,
Why
as
don't
long
you
as they're
work so
consenting
hard, say,
adults.
to have hundreds of millions for my woman to waste her life in slaved pennies? No. I will give you a life you can never ever afford. Private jets, 5-star hotels, new cars, endless spending money and diamonds. You will be rich because you're praying for me every day and protecting my spirit. I work in the physical world, she works in the spirit realm. Women shouldn't have to work because being a good partner is a full-time job for a woman. She has to look good. All the beauty treatments are time intensive. Not about money, it takes a lot of time. She has to train every day and stay in fantastic shape. Shop to look amazing next to me. I know there are some men who do 100 times more than this on a daily basis, but women are not as organized as men. And achieving anything significant causes them huge amounts of stress. Yeah. They need to have huge sections of their day empty to waste, or they will have a mental breakdown. True. And do you...
This is the part of the interview that is going to confuse a lot of people. That it's going to make people upset because there's going to be, obviously this discussion is going to be split both ways. It's going to be a lot. I think this is going to be around the 50% time when it comes to people agreeing and disagreeing. I really do, because as you can see when it comes to online, because let's not get it twisted. social media is a resume to a lot of people. Social media is a 100% resume to a lot of people and to how they think, right? And to how they portray themselves, which basically describes their character. So if you have a lot of ladies in the modern world of today, when it comes to today's society, a lot of ladies would rather marry a man who could take care of them when they don't have to work, when they don't have to wake up in the morning at 7 o'clock, go take the train, sit in the office for 8 hours, to come back home, have to rush and cook, have to wash clothes, has to clean the house. They don't want that. They rather a man who can take care of them while they be at home, be a housewife, take care of the kids. If Piers Morgan did not notice that the modern ladies of today, they rather do that than to go seek an 8-hour to 12-hour job, he's delusional when it comes to this part of the conversation. He's delusional. And I'm not saying that there's ladies out there every lady out there don't want to work. There's ladies out there who love their career, absolutely. But the majority, it's looking like the majority of ladies of the modern society would rather have a man who can take care of them. And Andrew Tate, when it comes to this part of the conversation, is absolutely right. Now, the way he words it is what upsets a lot of people, because the way he words it seems like he wants the woman enslaved. And that's not the case. To me, Andrew Tate does not know how to word what he's trying to describe, because obviously he doesn't have to word the fact that the woman has to get up and look good for him. He doesn't have to put that. I don't know why he put that, because the lady's going to do that regardless, especially if she has the time for it. Because a woman who just has to be a stay-at-home mom, has to clean the house, has to make sure the dinner is done, has to make sure everything is picked up in the house, or whatever the case may be, of course she's going to have time to go to the gym. And that's if a woman wants to go to the gym. A lot of ladies don't like working out or whatever the case may be, but if they have all the time in the world because they're a stay-at-home mom, obviously after everything is done, they're going to want to go to the gym. They're going to want to put in effort to look good. That goes without saying. I believe anyone, even men, I don't understand why you won't go to the gym. I mean, you should go to the gym. There's nothing wrong with going to the gym and staying fit. But a lot of women of today want a man who can take care of them. It shows on social media. It shows on 100, 200, 300 clips of women and men describing the fact that a lot of ladies rather have a man who could take care of them. How many clips do you see on YouTube alone when a woman doesn't want to talk to a guy because she looks at him, she makes a quick judgment and says, you look like a man who doesn't have money. You look like a man who can't take care of me. I'm sorry, but you're not the one. How many clips of those are rising in TikTok especially? I think when it comes to this part of the conversation, Pierce is delusional, Andrew Tate is right, but the way he words it is totally wrong. He should have worded better. We all understand what he's trying to say. Obviously, those who watch my podcast understand that I do not like the fact that he's has a wife, but he's choosing to date other women. But that's his prerogative. And if they're consenting adults and they both agree to it, there's nothing wrong with that, because she agreed to it. Now, if she didn't agree to it and he's going behind her back cheating, then obviously he's wrong. But he's not wrong when it comes to his case, because she agrees to it. Why? Because she wants that lifestyle. She wants to be able to go to the gym. She wants to be able to travel around the world because he provides it. There's ladies who rather live that life of luxury because they do not want to wake up early in the morning, take the train, sit in the office for 12 hours, do tons and tons of paperwork, sometimes even stay overtime, sometimes even be called in to do an extra day of overtime because they didn't finish a work, or there's a work that needs to be finished by the deadline. They don't want to deal with none of that crap. They rather ride in a plane, go to the next island, to the next island, to the following island. They rather that lifestyle. Andrew Tate is absolutely right when it comes to the modern society of today and the way and what woman, wow, I'm getting tongue twisted, and what women want. He's right. Piers Morgan is absolutely delusional when it comes to this. Piers Morgan is He's old school like me. He's old school like me because I'm older. And I understand what Piers Morgan is trying to say. Because a moral man, when it comes to our modern day of society back then, we didn't do stuff like this. We didn't do stuff like this. But Piers Morgan really forgets the way it was back then. Because back then, ladies stayed at home. They didn't work. They stayed at home with the kids. They took care of the kids while we bust our ass, work 12 to 14 hours a day. Because that's the type of man I am. I'd rather my woman stay at home. I don't want to be, especially the way the world is today, I don't want to be at work worried about my woman who's at work and anything could happen at work. Obviously, anything could happen at home as well. I'm not stupid. But obviously, the risk heightens when she's out and about. You know what I mean? I'd rather her be at home with the kids, be able to pick up the kids, and not worry about someone else raising our kids when it comes to a babysitter, daycare center. I don't want to be worried about that. I want to know that my woman is raising our kids at home. And that's what Andrew Tate is talking about, because if you want to admit it, modern society is dying because the schools and daycare centers are raising the kids. The parents are not raising the kids. They're not. And I'm not blaming the parents. Well, some of them. I'm not blaming them because there are some parents that put effort into their kids, because even after the 12-hour day of work, they set time for the kids, talk to them about their day. So if something fishy or something weird happened during the day, they'll find out about it because they set time to have a discussion with their kids, despite their 14-hour shift. But there's parents that don't do that. They come home tired or whatever the case may be. They say, listen, just go get your food and go to bed. You know what I mean? Let's not act like that doesn't happen. So Andrew Tate is absolutely right when it comes to this. But let's listen to a little bit more of this snippet before we continue to the next subject at hand.
Do you want a woman who's stressed and angry after the commute, unshaven and exhausted? Or do you want a Barbie doll who's always smiling and saying thank you because she did her nails and bought you Prada that day? As a man, unless you're a loser, you're already filthy rich, right? You can get endless sex anyway. Girls are easy. So what can a girl give you? Happiness, vibes, always smiling. Take the edge off a stressful life. Can she always be happy if she's been working all day? No. Just to wake up at 11, gym till 1, one appointment and some shopping. Dressed beautiful by 7 p.m. for you to finish working and tell you how strong you are. No matter how pissed off you are, just to always be laughing and smiling and writing you little notes about how you're perfect. And just
see the way Andrew Tate words all of that right there. He doesn't have to add that. Why add that? Andrew Tate was completely wrong with adding that. That goes without saying. Some of the things he put goes without saying. Obviously, even though she's not working and having a 14-hour shift, she's going to have bad days. There's going to be bad days despite the fact that she's able to stay home with the kids, go out to the gym, shop to her heart's content. She's going to have bad days despite her having all that luxury. So him adding all those little snippets was ridiculous. He should have kept it simple and cordial, and that's it. But him adding all this ridiculousness about she has to maintain a certain type of appearance or whatever. Like, let's say he comes home from work and she, from her perspective, had a bad day, and he's like, well, all you do is stay home and look good. You should always look good despite your bad days. He's wrong. That's what he's that's why he worded it entirely wrong, because we understand what he's trying to say. And I'm not trying to put words in his mouth that he should have put in his mouth. I'm not trying to do that. But I know what he's trying to say. And he should have stuck to the subject matter at hand instead of adding those little snippets that Piers Morgan is counterattacking him with.
The Loverboy method is where perpetrators woo victims with the prospect of a loving relationship until they can be forced into abusive situations or a form of slavery.
This is garbage.
That's actually what it means.
The Loverboy method.
And right there, whether you like Andrew Tate or not, Piers Morgan is absolutely right there when he read the meaning behind the Loverboy method. And despite me loving Andrew Tate, I do like Andrew Tate. I like the man that he has become as of today. But back then, if you were a moral man, for you to say you liked Andrew Tate is delusional, because I'm a moral man, and the interviews that I seen him do in the past, I would have hated the man. the way he described on how he wooed young girls to work for him, etc. Let's not be delusional. He was wrong when it came to that. Did he prostitute them? No. I mean, from what he's saying, because he's still going through court with that. So for me, he's not guilty yet until he's guilty in the courts, in the eyes of the law. So he didn't prostitute them. What he did is what he said he did. He made them webcam girls. And did they make a lot of money? Absolutely. They made a lot of money. When they seen what they can become, when they seen the amount of money they can make, he also took a percentage of that, obviously, because it was his business. So obviously he took a percentage. But did he woo them to that? I'm going by what he said. And Andrew Tate himself said, yes, he did that. So for him to say he didn't kind of do the lover boy method is kind of delusional. I do like Andrew Tate. I'm not getting it twisted. I do like him. But come on. Back then you were wrong. You have to admit you were wrong back then. You were not a moral man back then. You took advantage of beautiful young ladies because you had the method to do so. And did you garner money by doing that? Yes, absolutely. I mean, it is what it is. You did what you did, and whether you go to prison for it, I mean, who knows? You may go to prison for it, but if you do, you know you did it, and you know you did the lover boy method. Did you rape them? Did you do all of that immoral things that they're saying? I don't think so. I don't think you did that because you don't seem like the man who did that. And by seeing the way your mother is with you and Tristan Tate, and I'm not saying I know you guys personally, but I'm just going off of what I see and the way your mother is and the way your father is, especially. Your father was a very strict man. I don't even need to know you personally to see the way your father was, because your father seems like old school. He seems really strict. I don't think you did any of that rape crap, but that's neither here nor there. That is my opinion, and anybody can rebuttal it, and they're more than entitled to it. They want to rebuttal my theory when it comes to that. But I don't think he did any of that. Did I think he did use some sort of a lover boy method to lure ladies to do the webcam business? Absolutely. I think he did. I think he did, because he admitted it himself. And despite the fact that you like Andrew Tate, to deny that is delusional. And that's my take when it comes to that. That's my take when it comes to that, because I do like Andrew Tate. I do. But some of the things he says, it is delusional all on its own. It is. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I hope he beats the case. I do. I hope he beats the case. But I mean, if he doesn't beat the case, I mean, may God be with him in jail. I don't know. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So I don't know what you guys are doing for the rest of this weekend. I hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Obviously, the week starts all over again tomorrow on Monday. Make sure you take your holidays very serious. Enjoy the time with your family, because 2024 is coming and we don't know what's about to come. Let's all get prepared, but get prepared with happiness. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Make sure you follow me on my social media, which is Instagram. I don't know what I'm going to do with my TikTok, guys. I don't know. I do like TikTok. I like the use of it. I like the capabilities that it can reach a lot of people. I do like the capability of TikTok, but damn, that site is just ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I mean, I really do think that deleting that account would be, I'll feel cleansed. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I like the amount of people I can reach when it comes to that site. So I'm gonna keep it for a little bit more longer. I am. You can find me on TikTok, Black Shy Guy. Make sure you follow me up on TikTok. Make sure you follow my main account, which is Instagram. Make sure you also look into my link tree that has all my social media accounts that you can reach me on. And once again, I really do appreciate the support I'm getting on my podcast. Make sure you also follow me on my YouTube channel. Make sure you support my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate that. And as always, enjoy your upcoming week. There will be a new episode tomorrow. I gotta bless you guys with another episode. It's season 7, baby. I gotta bless you guys. But there's gonna be a new episode tomorrow that's gonna be posted on Tuesday. So make sure you look up for that. This is Black Shy Guy. Thank you for sitting on my table. I'm out of here. Peace.
Arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of homicidal maniac.